Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. For this one, I'm going to draw out 4 cards from the Magical Dogs Tarot, and then another 4 cards from this box of cards, which are cards that I made myself, if you didn't already know. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So a couple things. I got flashed the full card and I just had the burp. For me, burping can be a sign about there needing to be something that needs to be let go, released, transformed. Which is, interesting that I said transformed, because the full card, that's what that's about. Something is coming to an end and something new is starting. Something big. This could be like a new job, a new relationship, a new lifestyle. I just felt here that something here is on the horizon for you. And I'm getting this imagery of like a sunset, or the sun in general could be significant too. I feel like you're starting to become more aware of something, and it's pushing for something to come to an end. And I feel like it has something to do with your home life or your sense of stability. I'm distracted by this bug or whatever it is walking on the window. Maybe that has some sort of spiritual significance. If it does, I'm not sure. But the first card I have is Strength. So you might be recognizing your strength more, or if you're not already, you need to be. I also had to burp again, so I feel like you have this image of yourself, like you look at yourself as weak, but you're not. You could be someone who does work hard, but not in the traditional sense, and that's why you don't really get recognized as much as you should. Maybe the strength that you have can't be seen because it comes from within. It's interesting that there's like a comparison here between physical strength and mental, emotional, spiritual strength. Maybe there's you and another person where your strengths are different in that way, and you don't deserve to be compared as more or less strong, because at the end of the day, it's strength. It just shows up differently. You may be having to have more patience, especially because I got drawn to the mountains in the back here. You might feel like you're climbing a mountain, an uphill battle. I definitely feel a lot of challenge here, and I think the universe and your spirit guides want you to know that the challenges that you're facing are not for nothing, especially because of the full energy. I also picked up on death. I forgot to mention that energy of transformation. It feels like you are climbing the mountain of transformation. And I just saw 444. There's definitely, like, as you're transforming on the inside, so is your external reality, especially at home, your close relationships at work. And I also felt drawn to the cat here, playing with the dog's tail. And that reminds me that it's important for you to know when to, I don't know, it's like strength is not aggression. I mean, it can be, but another form of strength is self-control, self-discipline. And maybe that's a muscle that you need to work out, which, funny analogy or whatever the heck, because of talking about physical strength. If you do feel called to get into exercising more, this could be your confirmation of that. Maybe cultivating strength within and outside of yourself could be helpful in some way. And I just saw 555. So confirmation there of change. Embrace the change. The strength card also has the number 8 on it, which is a sign about letting something go, releasing something. So confirmation about what I was feeling about the burping. There are definitely, I feel like it's very likely there are many things that you're being called to change or to transform. So take it one thing at a time. I know that's not always possible, and when you can't take it one thing at a time, definitely spend more time slowing down. Make time for rest and self-care. For your next card, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of truth coming out. You being more honest with yourself, about yourself, other people, the world, the universe, reality. You're starting to see things that are inconsistent, and it's going to require recognizing and embracing your strength to let it go. Remember that loss is an illusion in some way. Like, even though we lose something, it can always be replaced, which I know that can come off as materialistic or shallow, but it's not. I mean it in a way where you can have hope for something better. If you're not happy in that partnership, there's someone out there for you who is more honest and reflects the strength that you have. If you're not happy at work, that can definitely be replaced. The way that you live can change. Maybe there's a general need here to recognize that change can happen if you make it happen. So it's very, very important for you to be honest with yourself, not only about the inconsistencies that need to be released to create more balance, but also your own strength. You can let go, you can heal, and you can embrace new beginnings. You just need to give yourself permission to do that, and to also not rush the process. Allow things to happen in the order and in the way that they're meant to. With having to clear my throat there, I think communicating could be significant as well. It'll be a lot easier to express honesty if you are honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And since this is a general reading, I can't really tell you what lies they are. So you need to look inward, slow down for sure, and contemplate, reflect, analyze your thoughts, your feelings, and how you are projecting your passion. Maybe there's a better way, more constructive way to use your passionate, creative type of energy. You can create anything for better or for worse. The 7 on the 7 of Swords here makes me think of wisdom. Let me get a drink of water real quick. I feel like there is wisdom here in learning to slow down. And I just saw 111. So just a little message there, a little sign to trust yourself in whatever you're feeling or thinking right now. However this reading is resonating, trust yourself. And also, like me personally, when I watch readings, for example, if they say like, oh, well, there might be this person in your life who's like that, but I recognize that more than one person is like that, and it gets confusing. It could be talking about all those people, you know? I mean, unless a reading makes it obvious that they're talking about a specific person. And it doesn't even have to be about a person. Just pay attention to what resonates. We have the 8 of Pentacles. I feel there is a resistance here to learn new things. I saw 1111 or 1111. So you're further being encouraged to trust yourself in what you feel and what you know. And also remember that any dreams, wishes, desires that you have is possible. The reality that you want is possible. You just have to be realistic and believe and trust. You could struggle with trust issues. Probably with other people, but this is more about the trust that you're struggling to have for the universe, your spirit guides, and yourself. It's very, very personal. And if you don't trust yourself, why? Because I just saw 1, 2, 3. You don't trust yourself for a reason. Do you see things as clearly as you may think you do? Or maybe there's like a similar question like that you need to ask yourself. And I saw 1222, so the universe wants you to know that all you have to do is just be yourself and trust that it will pay off. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. Because everything happens for a reason. I think authenticity, there's like a feeling something about like a frequency of authenticity that you need to project to attract what you really want deep down. And that's why it's important to recognize your strength, because you are a strong person and you deserve a reality that supports how you truly feel, what you truly think, and what you're truly passionate about. I think I did see 1313 and then 321. 1313 to me is a sign about good luck. You can change the course of things here. You just have to recognize that and give yourself permission and figure out how to make it happen. I just seeing like numbers a lot like 321, 1, 2, 3, 4, stuff like that. It feels like the universe, your spirit guides are really trying to drive home the idea of trusting that everything happens for a reason. Because I think once you have that belief, it's going to open up new doorways, new pathways, I felt. It's like a spiritual foundation in some way. It's hard to describe, but I am getting distracted by a bird that I see outside. It kind of looks like it might be a cardinal, a red cardinal. So there could be a specific ancestor with you who, you know, is trying to support you. If you know who it is, don't be afraid to reach out, communicate with them. And I also want to say that if you don't know how to communicate with the universe, with your spirit guides, it's a lot like prayer. It's all about intention. and where you project what you want to communicate, if that makes sense. I learned, how to pray at a very young age, so learning to communicate with the universe wasn't really all that difficult. But if you don't know how to do that, you can teach yourself. And there's definitely support on, the other side and from the spirit realm for you here, especially because I'm getting focused on this magical type of energy here. Magic is possible. You can create magic. But I want to say it takes two, you and the universe, to create that magic. Maybe you're being called to do more on a spiritual level, to invest more, through understanding yourself more. Self-discovery is definitely what I'm feeling here. Do some soul searching and find out where the resistance is coming from. I'm willing to bet that it comes from a place of pain and fear, and if that's true, you can heal and you can have courage. It's all about just giving yourself permission. I did notice as well we have 2 8s now from the Strength card and this 8 of Pentacles. So you're really, really, really being encouraged here to let something go. And given I just talked about fear and pain, it really does feel like that. I just got a vision of the 3 of Swords. For some reason I kept wanting to say the 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands. And it's interesting because I thought earlier that I got flashed the 3 of Swords as well, but I didn't say it because I wasn't sure. But I mean that energy is definitely here. There is strength in healing. It takes a lot of self-control and self-discipline to heal, and a lot of courage to choose yourself, to take care of yourself. Like something more specific for me personally, I believe that if you're willing to see doctors or go to the hospital, that's really just a testament of how much you truly do love yourself, because going to see a doctor or to the hospital is terrifying sometimes. Maybe that does resonate for you, where you're being called to have like routine checkups or to see a doctor. Regardless, self-care is definitely important here. And we have the Chariot with the number 7. Wow. We have 2 7s and 2 8s. The idea of letting go and wisdom are very, very strong here. Whenever you heal, especially whenever you add spirituality into the mix, you're going to learn a lot of things. A lot of deep, cosmic type of things. I feel like there's some wisdom or information here that the universe and your spirit guides want to communicate to you, but it can't do that until you allow them to, until you trust the signs that you're seeing, the messages that you're seeing, until you trust your intuition and believe that it's possible for you to also be a psychic if that's what you want to be. It's for anybody. You just have to be willing to do the work to get there. This Chariot card, I think it's interesting too because we have 2 major arcanas and they're both on the outside. It goes 7 8 8 7. There's definitely a lot of strength in the Chariot here, which is about taking control over your life. I think fear and pain is you're giving it more power than it deserves, than you deserve. I feel like liberty, freedom is what you need from your own mind, from the mental prison that you have yourself locked up in. Take things one thing at a time. Compartmentalize. Don't overwhelm yourself if you can help it. I just feel like there's something so healing, soothing, calming, comforting about slowing down instead of just go, 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 moving so fast, doing this, this, and that. You don't have to do everything all day if you can plan it for later. I always tell myself and other people in my personal life that if it's not a responsibility, why are you being so hard on yourself about getting it done ASAP? You know, if there's something here that you want to postpone, do that. If it's seeing that doctor that you want to postpone, do that. Don't do anything that you're not ready for, because you don't have to put yourself in situations that you're not ready for. It's just about making sure that you are ready eventually. So just really, really slow down, look inward, find the answers that you need to keep moving forward, and then move forward when you're ready. This chariot imagery definitely has like more of a forward type of momentum with it, looks like. I mean, if the image on this card was taken with a camera, they're running right towards the camera. So, I mean, you can technically say in this reading they're also running right towards the camera. But, yeah, this forward momentum, you don't have to jump right into that. Not right now. You don't have to do anything. You're allowed to move at your own pace and do things in your own way. So stop judging yourself. And if other people judge you, let them. You know who you should have in your life and who you shouldn't at that point. Now I'm going to go ahead and get these cards that I made. Let's see what there is to clarify with the Strength card. We have the Two of Wands. I want to prepare to move forward, so I need a plan. Yes. Start with planning. Definitely don't rush forward. I just got like the Knight type of energy, the Knight of Swords. Don't rush forward until you have a plan. I think that's why you're really being called to slow down, so that way you can plan things and organize things and feel more prepared. And I saw 2-2-2 and then 2-2-2-2, which is, you know, we have the Two of Wands here, so the universe and your spirit guides are really, really encouraging you to have a plan before you move forward. Don't rush into anything. Maybe there is, you know, it's important for you here to recognize that there is strength in preparing, in preparation. So this other card just fell on the floor. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I am a caretaker. You might be someone who is more caring, more nurturing, more like you love being there for other people. But right now it's very important for you to be there for yourself. Put that caretaker, nurturing, patient, loving energy towards yourself, because you deserve it just as much as anybody else. Whenever you embrace a truth, be kind to yourself about it. Let yourself grow, because chances are you never really had a fair chance to do that anyway. And know that you're not alone in not having a fair chance. This is about being there for your younger self and giving yourself the time and space to heal and to grow into the person that you were always meant to be. And you already are that person. You just need to make sure your actions align with that, so that way you can attract things that align with who you are. People who understand you, a job that supports you, a home life that feels like home. Authenticity, it's very, very important for you to be honest with yourself about who you are, and be willing to have the courage to express yourself authentically, especially if you are so sick and tired of being disappointed. Yeah, I just saw 444. I feel like disappointment can rock your world at sometimes, but like not in a good way. Maybe that's like a sensitivity there. Rejection could be a sensitivity as well. I just feel someone here who's dealing with a lot of pain and feels trapped on some level, and that's why it's so important for you to take this time while you have it now to look inward and understand yourself. For the 8 of Pentacles, we have the number 3 with stay present. I'm not sure why that's not focusing. It don't matter, to be honest. I also saw as well, no, we already talked about the 2 because all those 2s that came through. The number 3, that's just really confirming here. Again, I want to say driving it home, the idea of healing, because the number 3 is about growth, transforming, expanding, attracting things that you desire, that you deserve. This stay present here, if you get stuck on dwelling in the past, allow, what sadness are you holding on to that you need to let go, that you need to heal from? If you find yourself worrying about the future, again, what sadness are you holding on to? And it may look like anger right now. Remember that anger is sadness's mask. If we ignore the sadness that we feel, it will turn into anger, and that anger will turn into apathy, feeling numb. It's really time to unravel, to look deeper than the surface, than your most obvious emotions and thoughts. For your last card, the Chariot, wow. Life is short and there is no time to waste on fear. Wow, the synchronicities here are crazy. We have fear being mentioned here and moving forward. It definitely feels like pain and fear, these heavy emotions, maybe depression, anxiety, are keeping you stuck. But remember, things do not have to stay this way. And if you feel stuck, you're not really stuck, you're still. I feel like whether you like it or not, you're going to have to slow down. I feel like that is the only way forward for you right now. So give yourself the grace to do that. Because life is short and there's no time to waste on fear, but also don't put pressure on yourself to rush through things because life is short. Trust that you are where you're meant to be and that you can get to where you're meant to be. And I also want to say that remember that where you're meant to be doesn't always mean it's where you deserve to be. So really I want to say you are where you're meant to be and you can get to where you deserve to be, but also where you're meant to be as well. There is a path, there's a pathway for you somewhere. You just have to be willing to slow down, make a plan, and search for that path. I also am on the corner of my bed. I got stuck on the word sleep and rest. So confirmation there for you that is so important for you to use this, let's say, dreadful time of slowness to rest, to sleep, to heal, to really just take care of yourself, to take it easy on yourself. I think that's all I'm going to get out of this reading, so I really hope that you liked it. If you did, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating it through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it always makes a difference, even if it you know, doesn't really seem to do much for my channel, it makes a difference for me personally. It helps. But the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.